You have a big decision here to make about one of your players.
Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
I don't wanna be
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins from the gun on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? But if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephen Weatherly showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Win the rep, let's go right here.
Yellow.
54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
Now here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken around the 12. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That's good for 28 yards.
Let's go.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go, D. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 23. He's going to take a shot. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hill on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially Give him 15. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
57 colors, 57 colors. March on. 59, Mike to 59.
Crunch time, defense.
March on.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Bang, 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 bang. Slam, slam.
3rd and long for Cousins. Open man, David Morgan, the tight end. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 77 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gun. Hey, receiver.
58, boys, 58.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. This is Johnson. He's got it. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Just like that. Get ready.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Gun. Hey, Wahoo.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 17-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Yellow.
54. Move. Check. Watch 54.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Here I come again.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Here we go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Mahomes now on first down. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Go gun.
Get in the weight room. Check 31. Check 31.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. For the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game. But this is part of the NFL 100 series because these two teams met way back in Super Bowl IV with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Slam.
Hey, 57.
Now it's Mahomes again. He is going to find Hill here. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
43! 43! Come on, baby.
Mahomes to throw once more. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Yellow. Crunch. Alpha.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
54. Check. Walk 54. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Shut down. Motion, check. Rip lift. Shift. Mike spot 4. Mike. 2, fellas, let's go. Right side.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Right there.
Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. It's Hill, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now McCoy. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Kelsey out in the slot right. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
55. Right there in the middle. 55. You must be getting tired.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Cousins. And Diggs has it. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a gain of 25.
Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lane.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, this is Madison. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
SOS. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. From the 31, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs, first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Yellow. I've got blue lady.
They'll go again to McCoy. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Kill.
Attack.
Bravo.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his running back, Rashawn McCoy. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 20, 43. All right, 57.
No. Me. Mike, 50.
Easy. Nice 7, let's go.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 50.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Hardman, the second-round pick out of Georgia, really showcased his speed at the Combine, running a 4.3 340. And should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
He's mine.
Attack.
Check, 55 to Mike.
Right.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offensive backfield has been something else in this game.
He'll try and run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
You baby. That's our ball.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Cousins to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Gun. Hey, no, easy. Hey, echo.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
300. You. Back.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Here's Cousins. Finding room inside the 40. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
Let's get off the field. 58, right over there.
From the red zone now, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.